Hello, 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 Christmas Flixers. Welcome back to season 3 of Chicks on Christmas Flicks, where we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. I'm KL Brady, and I'm so excited about today. I've got a very, very, very special guest coming up in just 1 second. She is the only person I know, and she knows this. She's the only person I know who's as Christmas crazy as I am, and Christmas movie crazy, and especially Hallmark crazy. So, if you haven't already, please check out episode 2. No, what's the previous episode? Episode 6 and 5, where I did Diversity Day and what to watch this weekend, which is the beginning of Countdown to Christmas. So we're very excited. But so I won't be doing the ho 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 holiday headlines today in this show. But check out Monday's show because I'll do the headlines then and I'll do the Saint Nick shout out. But today we are gonna dive right in to the anticipated watches up to Thanksgiving. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Brittney from Hallmark Enthusiast 247. Welcome, Brittney.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
I'm so happy to have you back on the show. I'm so excited to talk Christmas with you today. So, for the new listeners, tell them about a little bit about yourself and about your social network feeds and the stuff that you feature, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
All right, well, like you said, my tag on Instagram and Twitter is Hallmark Enthusiast 247. I've been watching Hallmark movies for a really long time. Me and my grandma, we used to go to the Hallmark stores and get ornaments every year, and then that went to our love into movies. And so I just, I always have my stuff on my page. I like to post all the new movies, DVDs, all that kind of stuff, and I'm just crazy about Christmas movies. So, I'm excited we're here again, and Countdown to Christmas starts today, so I'm very excited.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. So we are really we're doing this just before Noel next door, so we're going to get this done so we can go watch the movie.
Right, go watch the movie.
So anyway, I gave Brittany and myself the challenge, and we did this last year, so I'm so excited to do it this year. So our challenge is we have to narrow our list to the top 12 most anticipated TV Christmas movies. We can pick any network up to Thanksgiving. We have not shared our list with each other, so we have no idea how we ranked the movies, and we're usually surprised that usually throughout our list we have some similar, but we have a good mix, of movies. So I'm excited to hear what Brittany's got on her list today. So, with that said, I don't know about you, Brittany, but I was seriously on the struggle bus trying to come up with this list. It was so hard because
Me too.
there's so much good content out there. And the list I have has like 141 movies on it. 141.
I seen that. Yeah, they just published a couple of them the other day of every.
Do you remember, like, years ago? It was not even a few years ago. Like, there were only like, I want to say like 80 or 90 movies, and now it's like 141. It's insane.
Yeah, it wasn't very much, and Hallmark only had they started with 12 a long, long time ago, and they went up to 24, and then 38, and now we're at 40.
We're at 40.
And that's just Hallmark.
Right, exactly.
Not Lifetime, Up TV,
Right.
Netflix, Hulu, all those other streamers. They're in the game now,
Everybody's-
so it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And for sure, we will not watch. We just won't have time to watch everything. I'm going to DVR as much as I can.
Yeah, me too. It's really full, but it's,
We do what we can.
Exactly.
So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna jump right in and start the list. All right, top
All
the top
right.
12 most anticipated. All right, so let's start with number 12. Brittany, I'll let you go first.
Oh, thank you. My number 12 is called The Christmas Retreat, and it's starring Rhiannon Fish and Clayton James, and it premieres on Friday, November 11th on Up TV. And the plot is when Kim's boyfriend breaks up with her instead of proposing, her mom whisks her away to a Christmas retreat where she meets the owner's unemployed brother, Mark. But will they be able to see the past mistakes neither of them wants to admit to and let the magic of the season connect them?
That
And so we've seen Rhiannon Fish, on A Splash of Love and a few other movies, and I'm super excited about that one. Them going to a Christmas retreat. I always love a Christmas retreat, so I'm excited to see what happens in this one.
Yeah, I saw that on the list too. I'm telling you, it was just so hard to pick these. All right, so
Oh, I know. Any of them could have made my list, so
any of honestly, like this is just kind of a
Really?
highlight. It's not really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just kind of, picking and choosing.
So okay, so my number 12 is A Christmas Spark with Jane Seymour and Joe Lando. It's a Dr. Quinn medicine woman mini reunion. So the premise is a recently widowed Molly Seymour has lost her zest for life and given up on ever finding love again. But when she decides to visit her daughter for Christmas, she has no idea what holiday magic is in store for her. A former drama teacher, Molly reluctantly takes on the job of directing the town's Christmas pageant. I love those Christmas pageant movies. And soon finds herself falling for the leading man, Hank, who is Lando, the town's most eligible bachelor. As Molly and the irrepressible Hank fall in love, she rediscovers her inner free spirit and finds a new lease on life. And when the star of the pageant loses her voice moments before the show, it will be up to Molly to step into the spotlight and shine brightly for the first time in her life. So that is my number 12. All right.
I forgot that one was before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Darn it.
No, it was
Oh.
I know it's so hard.
Shoot.
Okay, so next, what's your number 11?
Okay, my number 11 is All Saints Christmas, and it premieres on Hallmark on Sunday, November 6th. And it's starring Ladisi and Roger Cross. And the plot is Lizette is a popular R&B singer who's getting ready to travel home to New Orleans for Christmas when the media mistake a photo of her with her music producer X as an engagement announcement. Her family insists that he join her on the trip. And they actually just released the movie poster for this a couple days ago, and it's just, there's something so whimsical about the poster, and I love Ladisi. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right.
Ladisi. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then Roger Cross. And I love when they always go back to New Orleans, because usually these movies, you leave the big city and go to like these small towns, but then they go to New Orleans with more, flair and all that kind of stuff into it. So I'm really excited for this one to see what happens.
Yeah. I saw that one too, and it's very cultural. Like anything set in.
Yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah,
cultural in there. Yep. So, all right. So my number 11 pick is Stepping Into the Holiday, and that's Mario Lopez, Jana Kramer, Sherry O'Terry, and Courtney Lopez. I think Courtney is his daughter, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Courtney Lopez is his wife.
Oh,
and
the
then
wife.
Gia Lopez is his daughter.
Is the
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I know.
Yeah, and she was in last year's. Yeah, she was in Geo was in last year's Holiday in Santa Fe with Mario
Yes,
on Lifetime.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, she played his niece in the movie. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, that's where I got mixed up. But he has the family affair going on, which you gotta love Mario. He's like everybody's getting in the business. So I
Right.
love it. But the description is former Broadway star Billie Holiday Lopez returns to his hometown for Christmas after being abruptly fired as the host, producer, judge of the hit TV series Celebrity Dance Off. Wonder where they got that from, right? while,
Right.
while while
Hmm.
there, he encounters Ray Kramer, the charismatic owner of the local dance studio, where Billy's 12-year-old nephew is her standout student. This Christmas, Ray is planning a dance recital fundraiser with the goal of taking her students to see a Broadway show in New York City. Billy volunteers to help Ray with the recital by reviving the town's traditional Christmas Eve show, another kind of Christmas pageanting movie, which was once a showcase for local talent. With Billy's knack for producing and Ray's knowledge of all things local, their collaboration kicks and romantic sparks start flying. Now, I have a tie here, and the tie is with the Hip Hop Nutcracker, which comes on Disney Plus.
Oh. Oh, see, I didn't even think about that.
And so the reason why, because I back years ago, I used to watch Rev Run, his show with the kids, but Run DMC Rev Run, Reverend Run.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So he is, I guess he's producing this and starring in it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a new take on the Nutcracker, New Year's Eve block party. So Run DMC Rev Run brings us along for a hip hop reimagining of the Nutcracker Ballet set in New York City. It's the night of the annual New Year's block party, and Maria Clara's mom and pop aren't getting along, and it's bringing her down. Maria Clara embarks on a holiday adventure to bring her parents back together, finding help along the way from the magical toy maker Drosselmeyer
Oh, wow.
and the Nutcracker, whom she brings to life. Maria Clara's journey takes her from the streets of New York to fantasy worlds where she battles mice and toy soldiers, and back in time to the land of sweets in order to find the key to unlock her holiday wish. Will it be enough to rekindle her parents' lost love before the clock strikes midnight? So the hip hop Nutcracker was my tie there. All right. So number 10.
Alrighty, so I do have a block for this one as well. My first one is Santa Boot Camp that premieres Saturday, November 19th on Lifetime. And it stars Emily Kinney, Patrick Cassidy, and of course Rita Moreno. And it is when event planner Emily Strauss, played by Kinney, is hired by mall magnate Ed Machini, played by Cassidy, to stage the ultimate Christmas gala for his most important investors. Emily finds herself being sent to Santa boot camp, to find the perfect Santa and the inspiration she will need to make the evening a success. While there, Emily meets Belle, who plays by Moreno, the boot camp's drill sergeant with the heart of gold, who helps Emily rediscover the magic of Christmas and finds romance along the way. And actually, this one was supposed to, Rita Moreno, her spot was supposed to be Betty White, and they were supposed to do it the year of COVID.
Yes.
So I'm super sad. Obviously, Betty White would have been hysterical, but Rita Moreno, I mean, that's gonna be amazing. So I love Emily Kinney from Walking Dead and all sorts of the stuff that she's done.
Love on the
So I'm super.
Sidelines. Yep.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite Hallmark
Me
movies
too.
actually. So and then my second one that's tied for the number 10 spot is Jolly Good Christmas, and that premieres Saturday, October 29th on Hallmark, and it stars Rashima Shetty and Will Kemp. And the plot is David is an American architect who recently moved to London for a primetime opportunity in a prestigious firm. With just 3 days before Christmas, he crosses paths with Angie, played by Shetty, a professional shopper who raises an eyebrow over his choice of a gift card for his girlfriend. David ultimately decides to hire Angie and, thanks to a series of unexpected events, finds himself on a wild adventure across jolly old London as Angie helps him search for the perfect present. And London and Will Kemp,
Okay.
I'm super excited for this one.
Especially Will Kemp. I love Will Kemp. Right.
Right. And then Christmas Waltz, that was a really good movie from 2020, so I'm super excited. I love when they get to go and, foreign places and something a little outside the box. It's not really, it's cookie cutter. Although I love cookie cutter, but it, just something different to throw into the mix.
Yeah. No.
So I'm super excited for
Me
these.
too. It was so hard to pick. It was so hard.
That's what I mean.
Gosh, it was
It's
so
so hard.
So my number 10 is All Saints Christmas. Would you just talk about?
Oh, what I just said. Yeah.
So we both got it on the list. We got it in slightly different positions. November 6th, Hallmark Channel with Lettucey and Roger Cross. And you already did the description.
Right.
So I won't go through that description again. But yeah, All Saints Christmas is my number 10. All right, going to number 9. Okay, what do you have for your number 9?
Okay. This is also a block. I just had a couple blocks because, like we said, so hard. My first number 9 is Ghosts of Christmas Always, which premieres Sunday, October 30th on Hallmark. And it stars Kim Matula, Ian Harding, Lori Tan Chin, and Reginald Vell Johnson. And it's Catherine is a ghost of Christmas present, and she must help one soul Peter rediscover his Christmas spirit. But this year has something unusual in store. And I'm a sucker for like anything magical, kind of like back in the day when they used to do movies like Help for the Holidays, that they had just like the magic element to it with Santa and stuff. So they have really promoted this one really well, and the movie poster is just stunning. So I'm super excited it goes to Christmas, this movie. This is like one of the biggest ones. So it was really hard to put this on the list.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And then my second number 9 is A Cozy Christmas Inn, which premieres Friday, October 28th on Hallmark Channel. And it stars Jodie Sweetin and David O'Donnell, who's actually resuming his role as Andy Holiday from the first movie, Christmas Under Wraps, from 2014. And the plot is real estate executive Erica travels to Alaska during Christmas time to acquire a bed and breakfast, only to discover that it's owned by her ex, who's played by David O'Donnell. And then while there, she finds herself falling in love with the town and quite possibly him. And it's so interesting because hopefully if people watch the movie, if not,
I know,
I'm sorry to spoil it, but they obviously, as with any Hallmark movie, they end up together. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with, I think her name was Lauren, or I can't remember, Candace Cameron Bure's character, but they were together at the end. So, but it did say her ex, so they might have got together before Lauren did with him. So it'll just be interesting to see how they play, the timeline of what's going on, because it's actually the sequel, and they had it titled the sequel before they changed it. So I'm super excited to see, how it happens.
I agree with you, and I loved Christmas Unwrapped, right? But it was so funny because I thought is that the Full House reunion, kind of the one was
Oh,
on the
right.
show, right? And then the other one kind of took over. So I thought that was kind of neat, the kind of linkages that they had.
I know now they're dating the same, or the guy
Yes,
that they each dated, so it's kind of
yeah,
interesting.
it's really interesting. So I was really excited about that. I can't wait to see that one. That's definitely on my list of things that I'm going to be watching. But for my number 9 is The Sound of Christmas, and I have a reason. I am completely biased about this one. Okay, so it's on November 24th on BET Plus, and it stars Neo, Soraya, Drea Michelle, Michael Bless, and Alicia Kai. And it's about a struggling music teacher and a rich widower. A down on her luck music teacher leads a wealthy widower away from his gold digging girlfriend and back to love and music during the Christmas holiday. And the reason I love this so much is because one of my author friends wrote the book on which this movie was based, and so she helped.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
she helped do it. Her name was Tiffany Warren. The book is called The Replacement Wife, and I have a copy of that here signed by her because we were at an event together. But I'm super excited about this because I have a deep knowledge of the backstory.
Of what's going on, yeah. Oh, wow, that's
So
so cool.
and then I love Neo, who is,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
awesome.
he's like one of my favorite like music producer singers slash slash slash, like he does everything, right? Dance, music, the whole thing. So I'm really excited to see that and see him kind of get back. I think it's probably going to be like a singing role for him, so it'll be good.
I didn't even think about BET Plus, so that I don't know how I would have fit any of that into
I
my
know.
list. So I'm glad you touched base on it because I totally didn't even think about that.
And then, all right, so let's get to number 8. So what's number 8
All
on
right,
your list?
alrighty. I promise you, this is my last block.
Right?
My first number 8 is Our Italian Christmas Memories, and it premieres on Saturday, November 12th on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and it stars Sarah Power and Beau Bridges. And then it says the Colucci siblings, in an effort to jog the memory of their grandfather who is struggling with dementia, they set out to recreate their late grandmother's legendary pasta sauce. And I really excited for this one because I love Beau Bridges. He's awesome in all the movies he's been in. But I just love, the family element to a movie. And I think it's really neat that they're touching on dementia, because a lot of people deal with people in their family that have that. So to incorporate that into a Hallmark movie in the area that we love and touch base on stuff, and, I'm super excited. And of course, grandmother's recipes. I mean, you can't go wrong there. So,
Never.
um, super excited for that. And then my number 2 second 8 is Christmas at the Golden Dragon, which premieres Sunday, November 13th on Hallmark. And it stars Kara Wang, Osric Chow, Sarah Canning, Antonio Cupo, and Barbara Niven. And it says when Rami and Rick's parents surprise them with the news that they will be closing the Chinese restaurant they have owned and operated for decades, the siblings each find themselves reevaluating their futures. Also impacted by the news are Landmark's restaurant loyal patrons and staff, who have all come to depend on the restaurant over the holidays. And same with this movie poster. I mean, it's just stunning, and I love that it's, cultural also at the Chinese restaurant. And I love Antonio Cupo,
For real.
and he's back again
Yeah.
in a new movie. I mean, he's been a minute.
Yes.
So I'm super excited. Family element again, and everyone coming together, and cultural. I'm just super excited. So I couldn't pick between, both of them are cultural, Italian and Chinese. So I couldn't pick between the two. I just had to put them together.
Last year that was me. Everything was a tie. I think it was
Right?
like
It's so hard.
It was so hard. I know. And I love Antonio Cupo. He's like one of my favorite like Hallmark actors. Normally we see him with like Autumn, what's her face, right?
Right, and they were together. I love at the
Yeah,
Thanksgiving Day parade, and he was in Hats Off to Christmas too, which I really
yeah,
love with
I
Haley
love
Duff.
him with
So,
that. And then he was in the Glen Book Christmas with Autumn again. But I loved
oh, that's
him.
right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I love love him. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to see that. But apart from the whole cultural thing, both of the ones that you have are like things that I'm not gonna miss. You know, so everything is
Exactly,
like
for
if I don't have to miss it,
sure.
I'm not gonna miss it. All right, so
Exactly.
my number 8 is The Case of the Christmas Diamond. It's on November 20th, 8 p.m. on Ion TV. And it stars Kelly Daly and Billy Baldwin. Now, if you're a Gen Xer, you'll love all things Baldwin.
Right, any of
Any
them.
of 'em. Just pick a Baldwin and you love the Baldwins, right? So when I saw Baldwin, and I'm a Gen Xer, I was like, yeah, that's the ticket for me. So the description is blue collar Andy Daly is a little nervous but thrilled when she is invited to her rich friend's estate for Christmas. But when the family matriarch's multi-million dollar gem suddenly goes missing, she finds herself accused of the theft and at the center of Detective Billings' investigation. With the help of a famous mystery writer, Andy must find the real culprit amid the litany of wealthy guests, whom have all of whom have their knives out for her. So it sounded like a really fun premise. But you know what I noticed about all the Ion movies? Like they found a niche, which is mysteries. It's like all Christmas mysteries this year.
And they don't have a lot of those, really. I
Mhm.
mean, if you think about it.
So I was like, yeah, so that's the place. If you want to go see a Christmas mystery, turn on Ion because like all their new stuff is going to be like mystery stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, let's get to number 7. What you got on your list for number 7?
Alrighty, my number 7 is A Maple Valley Christmas, that premieres on Saturday, November 5th on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And it stars Andrew Walker and Peyton List. And it is Erica is a rancher who has spent her whole life working the family farm with her mother and sister. When Aaron, played by Walker, arrives and disrupts her plans, she starts to question what it is she actually wants in her life. And I'm super excited because I love Andrew Walker. I mean, he's been in Hallmark a million of them. But fun fact: this movie was actually supposed to come out in 2020, but COVID also put it back. So it was been 2 years since they actually brought information up on this. So I'm actually really excited that it's coming to fruition now because I really wanted to see it 2 years ago. And I love like Christmas in a ranch lifestyle. Like I really like Mistletoe in Montana with Melissa Joan Hart. So that was kind of fun. And I love anything Andrew Walker's in, and he kind of bounces back between main Hallmark channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries during Christmas. So it's interesting to see where they have him pop up. And this one, from the pictures, the behind the scenes, it looks really festive and really exciting. So I'm super excited for this one. It'll be really fun, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be and I love Andrew Walker in anything. Pretty much
Me
tells me
too.
on. I loved him in Snowed In. That's like one of my favorite
Oh, I know, that's my top
series.
lifetime too. Him and
Yeah,
Bethany Joy Lenz, which isn't in a Hallmark movie this
I
year.
know.
She had one 2021,
Yeah.
2020, and so I was super bummed that I didn't get to see her in the list. But she's busy doing the One Tree Hill podcast and all those
Yeah,
sorts of other things.
yeah,
So
she's busy, but still.
right,
Bethany,
but still, it's a little gut wrenching.
Bethany, if you know, you gotta get back in the game. Yeah. You gotta see,
Right?
yeah. Okay, so my number 7 is Lights Camera Christmas. November 5th 8 p.m. on a Hallmark channel, starring Kimberly Susted and John Brotherton. It's a Christmas movie within a Christmas movie, above the line, below the line romance. So, when a holiday rom com movie shooting in her town needs a costume designer, Carrie, a local shop owner, steps into the role. While working on the movie, she rediscovers her passion for costume design and finds herself falling for Brad, the film's famous leading man. So, of course, Kimberly sussed it. Anything she
I
does,
mean, she's amazing.
yes, anything she does, I'm in. That's it. End of story.
Right? No questions
That's
asked.
it. There's nothing. If I see her name in it, trust me, I'm gonna watch it, and it's gonna be on something. Because I love her. I just love her acting. So, yep.
And especially in all the 9 Lives of Christmas, 9 Lives of Kitten, like I love all of those.
Serious.
And her with Paul Campbell. I mean, if they could do them two together in a Christmas movie, like with Christmas by Starlight, they could do all sorts
the
of
Godwink.
I just love the two of
The
them.
Godwink.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
So good. So good. So I love her. Yes. So I am actually super glad to see her back. Although I'm kind of missing her with Brandon or with Paul or somebody where
I know.
That's right.
She's kind of new waters here,
Yeah.
but it'd still be great.
But
I know it will.
Yeah. All right, number 6. What you got on number 6 on your list?
Okay, I promise this is my last double. I checked. The first one, both of them are Lifetime actually. So the first one is 6 Degrees of Santa, and it premieres Sunday, November 13th on Lifetime, and it stars Catherine Davis and Steve Lund, and it is Christmas enthusiast and single mom Harper, played by Davis, has created a program, 6 Degrees of Santa, in which anonymous Santas give a gift and set of instructions to be passed along, temporarily enjoyed, and regifted indefinitely. Her goal is to create a Christmas experience that's real life, magical, and unexpected. When Harper's own gift lands in the hands of a leading internet entrepreneur, John, played by Lund, he's convinced that the original Santa might be his soulmate. He seeks out Harper and is as the architect of the program to help him track down this mystery woman. And so, I mean, Steve Lund and Catherine Davis, I love both of them separately.
Seriously.
And so I'm super excited for this one. The other one that I really wanted to put on my list was Christmas Bedtime Stories with Aaron Cahill and Steve Lund. So we're getting him twice this year, which is on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. So, and then my number 2 of the 6 is Reindeer Games Homecoming, which premieres Saturday, November 12th on Lifetime. And that stars Sarah Drew, Justin Bruning, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, and Brian Sills. And the plot is Mackenzie Graves, played by Drew, is a brilliant, competitive, crossword puzzle loving biology teacher in Vermont who recently lost her father, beloved fire chief, and the heart of the town's holiday fundraising tradition, the Reindeer Games. Every year since his death, she competes with her dad's former team, a group of colorful retired firefighters, to win the games and keep his tradition alive. This holiday, however, her world is rocked when fading Hollywood star and Mac's high school crush, Chase Weston, played by Brunig, comes home for Christmas to visit his pregnant sister and nephew, and is begrudgingly roped into participating in the Reindeer Games. When the opportunity to compete against her former mega crush arises, Mac is determined to show him up and win the Kris Kringle Cup at all costs. As the competition heats up, so does the spark between Mac and Chase soon finds himself eager to not only win the games, but also to win her heart as well. And I love Sarah Drew. I mean, she's good in anything. And I love Justin Bruning. I loved him in Vermont Christmas and a few other things. And Brian Sills, He's actually in three Christmas movies this year.
Wow.
He's in Lifetime, Up TV, and Hallmark. And so, but yeah, they posted a lot of behind the scene pictures, and they all look like they were having so much fun on set. So I really am super excited because any kind of Christmas game, the Chris Kingle Cup is fun where they got to do festive activities and stuff like that. So like what they did at Christmas camp, kind of, or Campfire Christmas,
Yeah,
excuse me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm super excited, and so I couldn't choose between the two. It was really hard, but both Lifetime for my number 6.
And I love both of those picks. And I have to tell you, like the premise of the 6 degrees of Santa, is that what it's called again? That one
Yeah,
really got me. I was like, oh gosh, that sounds so good. I love,
right. A mystery woman.
yeah. But you know what's funny? What I love about the movies this year. A lot of them seem to be not following. You know, they're not the norm, right?
The normal troops. Yeah,
They're kind of starting to vary the plots a little bit, and
yeah. Branch out to little,
yeah,
other avenues.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so my number 6 is called Gingerbread Christmas. It is on Discovery Plus. It is coming November 11th, and it stars Tia Sakar, who, if you know her, she's done like a gazillion Lifetime movies, and that's why I know her, and that's why I love her. And then she ends up on the Discovery Plus channel and not on Lifetime. I thought she'd be back on Lifetime this year, and she's not. So it's Tia Sakar, Sugis. I'm gonna butcher these names.
Right.
Verugis, Kiana Teresa, Duff Goldman, and Mark Ben David. And the description of the movie is: after a devastating workplace development throws Hazel Stanley Sarkar job prospects as a full time architect into question, she leaves New York City to spend the holiday with her father, Ted, in her suburban Chicago hometown. While there, she discovers that the family bakery is even worse off than she imagined, having been on the decline since the passing of her mother. And to add insult to injury, her former best friend Shelby has opened a trendy new bake shop across the street. When all seems to be lost, she gets the idea to enter a gingerbread house competition led by homegrown food celebrity chef Mark Clemens, offering a $100,000 prize, enough to get the ailing bakery back on track. While working on her magnificent cookie edifice, a romance begins to bloom with local contractor James Meadows, Ben David, who, along with his daughter, has been helping her father out by lending his baking prowess to the place while trying to fix it up in his spare time. A series of frustrations and misunderstandings threaten to tear them apart, but will the magic of the holiday lead everyone to have a Merry Christmas? So, I am super excited about that. It's kind of off network, but I can't wait. I'm glad for that one. I'm glad to see Tia back.
I mean, anything baking, just give me, cooking, bacon. I'm all for it. I love that.
All right. All right. So we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with our. Did I count right? 7, 6, 5. Well, we'll come back with our top 5. We'll come back with our top 5 movies in just one moment.
Now available on paperback and an ebook, the hilarious romantic comedy The 12 Days of Christmas by USA Today best-selling author K.L. Brady. Both recovering from heartbreak, Gabby and Dave fall for each other after Dave sends a misdirected text message to the wrong woman. But it's a comedy of errors when they try to meet face to face. Murphy's Law strikes and they may never see or speak to each other again. However, Gabby thinks Dave may be the one, so she accepts the mission to unite them before Christmas Day. Now she's got 8 days and 12 Daves to find the man of her dreams. But Dave is hiding something. 3 big things. Even if Gabby finds them, will his secrets keep them apart? Rediscover all the joy and wonder of the Christmas season when you pick up this heartwarming story. To find out more about the 12 Days of Christmas, visit klbradyauthor.com or pick up your copy at Amazon, Apple, Kobo, or Barnes & Noble today. And now it's time for Chicks on Christmas Flicks.
And welcome back to Chicks on Christmas Flicks. We're back with Brittney, Hallmark Enthusiast 247, and you can find the links to her in the show notes. Now we're going to wrap up our list of most anticipated watches, starting back with number 5 on our list, and we're going to hit the top 5 now. So this is really exciting. We're getting down to it. All right. So what do you have for number 5 on your list, Brittney?
Alrighty, so the rest of the list was really hard, but the top 5 was like impossible for me. But my number 5, the best I could, my number 5 is We Wished You a Merry Christmas, which premieres tomorrow, Saturday, October 22nd on Hallmark. And it stars Marisol Nichols and Christopher Polaha. And the plot is Becca and Robbie are a married couple having a hard time connecting with each other as the holidays approach. Just before Christmas, they head to a cozy Vermont inn at the advice of their marriage coach so they can recharge. Their weekend away gets unexpectedly extended when a mishap puts their car out of commission and just may put them on the road to a very happily married Christmas. And I don't know how much previews you've seen with this one, but there are alpacas in this movie, which is super fun. Yes. And I love Christopher Polaha. His performance in A Dickens of a Holiday last year.
Holiday.
I mean,
so good.
It literally, I cried like when he was on the stage trying to do Scrooge. Like it was just like, I feel award-winning. Like, it was incredible. So I'm super excited to see him again. And then Marisol Nichols, I really liked her in Christmas CEO, and Holly and Ivy as the mom. That really tug on the heartstrings. Yeah, so them together. And it looks so funny, and that's what I love about these movies. Like, I feel this one's going to be a really lighthearted, just comedy. Because in the preview, a big ornament of like it's this oversized ornament falls in his windshield, and the lady who comes to help him, she's like, I'm more upset about the ornament, and he's like, seriously, my windshield's broken. And it just looks, comedic timing all over the place. So I'm super excited for the two of them to be in a movie together.
I am super excited, and I love me some Christopher Polaha too.
Right, he's incredible. So, I swear.
Yeah, he is amazing. So my number 5 is Haul Out the Holly, November 26th.
Oh shoot! I thought we were going up till Thanksgiving. That would have been on my 2.
Was that after? Is that after Thanksgiving? I thought it was up
it's the 24th, and that comes out the 24th is Thanksgiving, and Haul Out the Holly comes out 2 days after. Yeah.
I was thinking the weekend. I was thinking that whole weekend. I should have been more clear. So
I'm sorry. That's a good one, though.
We can get them in the next one.
Exactly.
All right. So it's Lacey Chabert, Wes Brown, Ellen Travolta, Peter Jacobson, Melissa Peterson, which is really
I love her. Barbara Jean, and then in A Baby Daddy. Oh, so good.
For real. Seriously. Barbara Jean is one of my favorite characters. And then Stephen Tobolowsky. The description is Emily arrives home hoping to visit her parents, only to discover that they are leaving on a trip of their own. As she stays at their house for the holidays, their HOA is determined to get Emily to participate in the neighborhood's many Christmas festivities. So I am very excited to see that one. All right. Number 4.
Oh,
what you got?
Okay, so you already said this one, but my number 4 is Lights, Camera, Christmas, starring Kimberly Sustad and John Brotherton. And pretty much what you said, when a holiday rom-com movie shooting in her town needs a costume designer, Carrie, a local shop owner, steps into the role. While working on the movie, she rediscovers her passion for costume design and finds herself falling for Brad, the film's famous leading man. And we already said, why we love her, but I'm so excited for this movie.
Yes, indeed. I am so excited for that. So yeah, we got a couple that overlap.
Right?
We just have
Exactly.
different places. Yep. All right. So my number 4 is Falling for Christmas, November 10th on Netflix. Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet. The description of this one is a newly engaged, spoiled hotel heiress gets into a skiing accident, suffers from total amnesia, and finds herself in the care of a handsome blue collar lodge owner and his precocious daughter in the days leading up to Christmas. I have been looking forward to this one for a long time because it's like Lindsay Lohan's comeback.
Kind of like our childhood, like early days, high school. And I forgot about that one. Oh
And
no.
it's such a Gen X movie to
Exactly.
watch.
I'm
right?
glad she's back. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. So that is Falling for Christmas. That is my number 4. Okay. So number 3. What do you have for me?
Okay, this has got even harder. My number 3 is Long Lost Christmas, which premieres Saturday, November 19th on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And it stars Taylor Cole and Benjamin Aris. And the plot is Haley is an interior designer who plans to surprise her recently widowed mother, Patricia, with the perfect holiday present, the extended family she knows her mom yearns for. And I love Taylor Cole. I love Benjamin Aris. And so when I read the plot, she's kind of trying to bring more people from her family that her mom didn't know she had. So it kind of reminded me of my Christmas family tree from last year.
Yeah,
Kind of like the family tree and stuff like that. And so I love the two of them together separately, and the fact that they're paired together this year, I'm super excited for. So, and then family element. So it's kind of a mystery too, sort of, not an actual mystery, but a mystery of who her family is. So I'm super excited for this one.
No, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. So mine is Christmas Lucky Charm, November 20th, 7 p.m. on Up TV. It stars Sugenja Shri and Adrian Spencer. I have to tell you, what drew me to this was the premise. I love this premise, period. It's like a book that I would write if I could write a book about this. I love the premise. Okay, so here it is. Every boyfriend Jessica has had found the love of his life right after he dated her.
Oh, wow.
Just as Jessica leans into her unlucky love life and swears off dating for the Christmas season, a handsome gallery owner moves in across the street. Now, I love that everybody, if she dates people and then like right after they break up, then they find the love of their life.
Yeah, ouch.
Right? And then you swear off love and you're like, okay, I'm done. I get it now. And then, of course, the one,
Your one comes this time.
Right.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Doesn't it sound good? I was like dying for that premise. So yeah, that was a fun one. All right, we're coming. We're getting close to
the top
end.
2.
Oh, the top 2. Okay, so what you got?
Okay. My my number 2 is A Magical Christmas Village, and it premieres Friday, November 4th on Hallmark Channel. And it stars Allison Sweeney and Luke McFarlane and Marlo Thomas. And the plot is when Summer's mother, Vivian, moves in with her and her younger daughter, Chloe, her orderly existence is upended. Upon arrival, Vivian sets up an heirloom miniature Christmas village resembling their town and tells Chloe it grants Christmas wishes. As Chloe begins setting up the figurines, Real life events seem to mimic the scenes she creates. With a little help from the magic of the Christmas village, the family will be brought closer together, and just maybe, Summer will learn to open her heart to love again. And let me tell you, when I watched the preview for this, because it's up on Hallmark's channel, it was like so good. The magical element again, like the plot just said, the daughter, she knocked over a guy and a girl little statue of the village, and then Luke and Allison fell over in real life. So it's gonna be super exciting to see, you know, like how in our family too, like we have so many Christmas villages as our decorations and stuff, and so those are kind of sentimental to us, a few of them. So, and I love Luke McFarlane, but I'm so sad to say, as I'm sure you know, this is his last Hallmark movie, is what he said. So kind of bittersweet. Yeah.
I'm so sad about that.
I don't know how to feel about it. And so I'm super happy for him, you know, with the movie.
Yeah,
with the movie Bros and stuff, and you know, like we've known him forever in our movies, and some of his are my favorite, like Maggie's Christmas Miracle, like tons of them. So, and I love Allison Sweeney, and I'm super excited Marlo Thomas is in this. So, but yeah, it was so hard, but I had to pick it for number 2 because Christmas Village and then magic, and you know, see how the village helps the family bring close together. I mean, that's super fun.
Yeah, that was super fun. And I'm super sad about Luke, but I love him.
Right, I know. I hope maybe he'll miss it and come back, because he said, how many firefighters can I play? And I'm like, 100, as many as you need to.
As many as you need to, just come back and do
Please.
it. So my number 2 is Baking All the Way. On Lifetime, November 24th, and it's at 8 p.m. and it stars Corey Lee and Yannick Beeson. Right, Yannick is like he's on like a lot of Hallmark stuff, right? But Corey, I'm excited to see this one. So the premise is Julia Wilson Lee, an accomplished pastry chef from Chicago, heads to a small town bakery for their gingerbread to complete her Christmas book. There she finds herself at odds with Chris Thompson Beeson, whose bakery's charming but private owner is ambivalent about sharing his secret recipe. So I really love the premise of this, and I don't know, I think I've been on a gingerbread
baking train.
Like if it's got gingerbread and a baking thing, like I want to see it. Right?
And that's an amazing that's on Thanksgiving, so that's a really fun movie to have.
Perfect.
Right? There you go.
So, Baking All the Way is my number 2. All right, let's get down to it. I think we're gonna have the same one this time.
I mean, there's no, I don't know. I feel like there's no way this can't be.
No contest. There was almost no contest. Seriously. Okay, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, I'm privileged that you're gonna let me. Well, let me say real quick before I say it. I feel that this is probably gonna be the highest rated Hallmark movie of all time, and I'm not exaggerating that one.
Not even a little bit.
But we should say it together. But no, my number 1 is Three Wise Men and a Baby, starring Tyler Hines, Andrew Walker, and Paul Campbell, and Margaret Collin from the first Three Men and a Baby. The plot I have for it is 3 brothers get the surprise of their lives when they are forced to work together to care for a baby over the holidays. As they slowly get the hang of things, they find themselves on unexpected journeys of self-discovery and begin to rebuild their relationships as brothers, as well as the damaged romantic and professional relationships in their respective lives, all while rediscovering their love for Christmas. I mean,
That
oh my
is it.
gosh.
That's it. That's it. That's my number one.
Woo!
That is my
Woo!
number one. And
Seriously?
what else
Oh.
could you pick? What else could you pick? You couldn't
Right.
pick
I
anything.
mean, I cannot believe, and it's funny because I posted that it was happening, and like I got so many people being like, if you're joking, like I'm never gonna forgive you. And I'm like, no, I found out from sources that it's actually happening. And I'm like, what person put this together? Because I want to forever like love them for the
Yes.
rest of my life. The three of them
Exactly.
in a movie together, because they teased it at, what was it? One of the conventions. They were like, we have some big thing coming up. And I'm like, oh, please be a movie together, because I don't know if my heart can handle it. And so, boom, it's here. And I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to watch it. I'm probably gonna have a heart attack every 5 seconds of excitement. But it's super exciting.
I could not be more excited.
Right?
About
Like
a
this is
movie
top.
this
And
year.
honestly,
This is it.
the number one movie is Christmas Under Wraps, the most highest of all time, what we
Yes.
talked about. So I'm interested to see if this will actually knock it out, because everybody, I mean, the amount of publicity this movie's getting. I mean, a TV news anchor put the sexy Santas, like on their top 6 stories, they put the video Tyler posted of them like with their shirts a little undone
Yes.
and their little elf outfits. Like it made
Yeah, I
news
saw that.
stories. I mean, this is
Yeah.
huge.
It is huge, ginormous,
Like,
gigantic.
The biggest thing any Hallmark lover could ask, like any Hallmark like this is the movie, the three of them together is like, I can't. I'm so excited.
I am so excited. You know what I hope next year they do is pair 3 of our favorite women characters.
Yeah,
in a
I know.
movie.
I really wanted like a Kimberly Sestad and like Aaron Krakow in it, or like Nikki DeLoach too, or something. Like, just like the main 3 ones. Like, oh, I don't know if we could handle our heart. It was
I don't know. They're probably like, yeah, we gave y'all the Wedding Veil trilogy. Like,
And
that's
there's a
what you
4th
guys
and
did.
5th one coming out of that
I
too.
heard.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, they're trying to kill us.
I know. That is so funny. All right. Well, that is it. I'm so excited. So we hit our top 12, and you guys better be watching.
Right,
Because
which
we're gonna be
starts
watching.
today, everyone.
Which starts today. Actually, I got to get ready to get downstairs.
Right,
and get my
exactly. Me too.
So that's going to do it for today, everybody. Check out the week 1 episode coming up on Monday. Make sure you're following Hallmark Enthusiast 247 on IG and Twitter. And I will have her links in the show notes to make it easy on you. Keep an eye out for Chicks on Christmas Flicks Twitter page for your top 3 movies every morning. Unless for some reason my job is crazy, in which case I may miss a day, but most days I will be posting. And that is going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining, Brittney.
Thank you for having me. I feel like this is an annual tradition between us, so it's super
It
fun.
We got to keep it up. We got to keep it up.
Right? Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. I can't believe Countdown to Christmas is finally here.
Thank you to my music and show editor, Will B. He created all the custom music for this show. He's at Wildcard Music, and you can find his IG page in the show notes. Until next time, remember, at Chicks on Christmas Flicks, we can never have too many Christmas movies. We can only have not enough Christmas movies. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a review on your favorite platform, and tell your Christmas movie loving friends about this show. Where can you find us? I'm so happy you asked. We are on all the podcast platforms: Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, and many, many more. You can find your favorite platform in the link in the show notes. Please follow us on Twitter at Chicks on Christmas Flicks, all X's, and follow us on IG at Chicks on Christmas Flicks. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will see you guys next week. It's the season.